Hey y'all, it's your favorite perky barista, Juanita-Michelle, and this episode of The Broken Entrepreneur is featuring CEO Jan. Drop in and listen.
When we originally got in there, you know, they wanted it to be more a family oriented place, and so they didn't really want like a club type of atmosphere.
Okay.
But you got to think about where you at, and this was my argument from the beginning. Like, you have to think about where you're at. We're not in Centerville. We're not in any other place but the west side of Dayton, and this is a culture for us. We like music. So I brought a DJ in on Tuesday, and they seen how much of a hit it was, and then they start implicating. They put Mondays, karaoke Mondays. I got Taco Tuesday. Wednesdays, tonight is Wednesday. We got Rick Saxton there.
Oh, wow.
Yep. Tomorrow is Throwback Thursdays. That's Illy's Pizza Day.
Okay.
Friday, you got Island Fridays, which is the Caribbean Places Day. Soca.
Oh, wow. So pretty much every day, there's music that kind of goes along with the vendors.
Yeah. Well, how would I say it? Mondays, the karaoke, the food hall pays for that. I pay for Tuesdays. That's my day.
Okay.
Wednesday, we have a collective fund that when we pay our bills every month, a portion of the money goes towards marketing.
Okay.
So that's like a marketing thing. So collectively, Wednesday is all of us.
Okay.
So Thursday, that's Illy's Day, and Friday, that's Soca.
Okay.
And then Saturday and Sunday, we still trying to figure that out.
I like it. I like it. I love the way that the cohesiveness and how you guys are, it's kind of tribal.
Yeah.
You know, like a family.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I mean, we see each other every day, so we pretty much became close. All of us became close.
Okay. So I have a question, because you've called yourself a serial entrepreneur, but we've only heard about Taco Street. Tell us about some other things that you've got going on.
Okay, well, I own Lux Barber Lounge. That's directly across the street from the food hall. And the story behind that was my son is a barber.
Okay.
So he's 22 years old. And he was the youngest barber in college, in barber college, because he went directly from high school straight to barber college.
Okay.
Okay, so once he graduated, he was working on Gettysburg. He kept getting pulled over, and I think they were kind of stereotyping him because of the location he was at. So I wanted to get him out of that environment.
Okay.
Because this is my junior. He's named after me.
Okay.
So I seen the opportunity to get the barbershop across the street from the food hall, and I snatched it up. I redid it, and I stuck him and all his friends in there. So all the barbers that was at the other barbershop are at this barbershop.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so I just took the whole barbershop.
The whole crew?
Yeah. I mean, they all friends, so they all kind of close.
Okay.
You know, so I look at them as like my sons too.
Absolutely.
So I want them to have their best interests. I got their best interests at hand also, not just my son.
Okay.
So I pulled all of them into this barbershop.
Now, all I hear is that he getting paid 2 or 3 times. Because he getting paid from the barbers, right? And then they send the people across the street to buy food. He getting paid at least 2, maybe 3 times, y'all. That's all I'm saying. So what do we have to look for on the horizon for you?
Right now, we starting construction probably in about a week or 2 on XO Burger, Vibes and Cocktails, and that'll be located at 1171 West 3rd Street on the corner of Broadway and 3rd.
Okay.
And it's just not going to be a restaurant. I have a speakeasy in the basement also.
Oh, wow.
So it'll be Dayton's first speakeasy and true speakeasy. Because, you know, a speakeasy has a secret passage door.
Absolutely.
So this will have a secret passage door. And how I got it thought up in my head is once you get off the elevator, you're going to walk into a mini library.
Okay.
And then you'll open one of the books and the door will open. And that's how you get into the speakeasy.
That's cute.
Yeah.
I love that.
Because, you know, I like to read, so I wanted to match my personality.
Okay.
So a library was just perfect for me.
I love that.
Yeah.
So share with us, what was the last book that you've read?
Secrets of the Millionaire Mind by T. Harv Eker.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. What are maybe 2 points that you got out of that book?
Everything we learned about money is untrue, and what the book is about is it's kind of like reprogramming you on your how you grew up. Okay, so I'm a saying that my mom would always say when I asked her for money. She would be like, "If I do, don't you tell nobody." And I know what that meant when she told me that. That means she ain't giving me no money. And then, you know, my mom would always say, "Oh, I ain't got no money. I'm broke." Well, it reprograms you on not speaking like that about yourself.
Right.
Because if you say you broke, you're gonna be broke.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So it kind of reprograms. I mean, you should read it. It's a good read. I read the book twice in one day. That's how good the book was.
Okay. Yeah, I'm making a mental note of that. And that was one of the things, like with the title of the podcast, The Broken Entrepreneur. I had to be really clear with people that I'm not saying, because I'm not broke, right?
Yeah.
But I did find myself in a state of brokenness, right? And when your heart is aching, because you mentioned that you lost your mom in 2020, and I lost my mom January of 2022.
Yeah.
And that's a heartbreak that's really hard to get over.
Yeah.
And when you're in the midst of business, so your mother was your motivation to get started.
Yeah.
But losing my mom in the midst of, you know, being in business and growing multiple locations, I just found myself not able to move. So that's what I was focusing on when I said broken entrepreneur.
Yeah.
And understanding like that was then. But today it's like we're on a mend. And it's going to be so much better on the other side.
Yeah.
And I'm so excited about some of the projects that I can't yet talk about that we have coming down the pike that are really just diversifying everything that, or anything that anyone had seen from me. So I'm excited about what's coming and the possibilities because it's only, again, when you can acknowledge a problem that you can fix it.
Yeah.
And I do believe strongly that our tongues are so powerful. So I wake up in the morning and I have some of my own rituals, and I talk about my Perk Up challenge sometimes, well, all the time. And just waking up in a state of gratefulness and doing something physical, whether it is a walk, jumping jacks, but getting up and moving the body. And then just either reading or listening to something that's going to affirm or encourage you. So all of those things, I found myself in my worst moment. I wasn't doing any of those things. So all of the things that I did to really make myself, or to bring myself to where I was at, I had abandoned all of those practices. So really just kind of getting back to a more holistic person. And, you know, it's been the key.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been a key.
Yeah.
So
it works. It works for you.
Okay. So you talked about the latest book that you read, but what else do you keep? What else is in your toolbox to keep you going and to keep you growing? Because you've got a lot going on right now. How do you keep it all together?
So, I mean, I have a ritual too in the morning. And one is when I get up, I say affirmations.
Okay.
I also have declarations on my bathroom mirror.
Okay.
So when I'm washing my face, brushing my teeth in the morning, I'm looking at those declarations.
Okay.
And you know, I mean, it's kind of funny because when I say the declarations, I pat myself on the head and say, I have a millionaire mind.
Oh no.
And
I love tapping.
Yeah, I pat myself on the head. Well, I tap myself on the head and I say, I have a millionaire mind before I leave the bathroom.
Oh my goodness.
So when I leave the bathroom, I fix me some coffee. I drink my coffee and I sit on my couch and relax for a minute. I might turn it on YouTube and watch what's going on with crypto or what's going on with the world news.
Okay.
Something like that. Just something positive that's not going to...
That's feeding you.
Yeah, not going to cloud me for the day.
Okay.
And I'm off to the races.
I love it. And so I don't want to get away from tapping. So I don't know if you heard this as a child, but you ever hear anybody say, I'm going to beat it in your head?
Yeah.
I'm going to beat it into you. So shout out to Sharice Beasley. a very good friend of mine who introduced tapping to me. But she introduced it to me as it's an ancient process. And, you know, you kind of start here. And then there's certain points that you tap. But as you're tapping, you're affirming yourself. I'm going to send you some links for that.
Yeah.
So when you were saying that's what you do, you know, that is a part of that whole process. And some people use it as an affirming to help you with your affirmations and build that way. But then there's other people who use it to heal your body. Because it is also has healing components. Like it's so amazing what we can do with our bodies and our mind if we lean into it. You know what I'm saying? So I absolutely, like when you said that, I'm like, yes, because right now my bathroom mirror is filled with statements, and I use tapping as I'm using those statements.
Yeah, because it's so easy, man. It's so easy to get off track. I mean,
Yes, it is.
It's easy. It's so easy to get off track. I mean, you can meet the wrong woman, and she'll throw you off track.
Or the wrong man.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, that's true though. Like, it's just so easy to get off track, and then you catch yourself and be like, man, hold on, what are you doing? You tripping? Just pull yourself back, get back focused.
Yes.
Because I've had to do it.
Okay.
Yeah, I've had to do it. Like, it's got to a point where I just got comfortable, and I'm not that kind of person to get comfortable. I'm never gonna be content. It's just not gonna happen.
Never?
Never.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah,
So-
I'll never be content.
Never?
Nah, I'm gonna always feel like there's more room to grow.
Okay.
As far as growth goes.
Okay.
Yeah, I can be content in a relationship, and then not only.
But what about your businesses? Do you think that you will have your this you know, because when I'm listening to you, I hear mogul action. So as you're building this corporation, you're building this legacy, you know, how like, where does it stop? Does it stop?
It doesn't.
Okay.
I want to pass this on to my kids.
Exactly.
So I got to keep going until I can't go no more.
Okay.
Or until I get to a point where my sons can take it over.
Okay.
So that's my goal. My goal is to never stop. Just keep growing, keep going, and just grow so big to the point where I can just give it to them.
Okay.
And they'll be well off, and then their kids will be well off. That's my goal.
So tell me, what are you doing? Like, how do you keep it balanced? Do you have rest? Are you vacationing? Are you taking time off? How do you keep yourself balanced so that you continue to stay charged up for everything that you have to do?
Well, as far as self-care go, I work out every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday.
Okay.
You know, my affirmations, and I mean, up until now. Now I'm learning to balance my work life with my normal life. So I'm starting to take vacations. I've just booked 3 vacations.
Okay. So
Yeah,
tell us where you're going. What's one of the magical places?
Well, I booked Cabo.
Okay.
I booked Cancun, and I booked Dominican Republic, Punta Cana.
Okay.
So Cabo will be my first vacation I take, and I'm taking that next month.
Okay. My sisters go to Cabo every year.
Yeah,
She
see.
absolutely loves it.
I haven't been on a vacation since 2014.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's a long time.
Yeah. I haven't been on
And
vacation.
you've had almost 4 years of working really, really hard and no playtime. No playtime.
I've been to Houston
Okay.
last summer, but that ain't considered a vacation. That's a party.
Okay.
I want to go on a vacation on a beach with water
Okay.
and get grounded into the earth.
Okay.
I want to walk on. I want to walk in the sand with no shoes on, like
Okay.
be grounded.
Yes. No, see, that's my kind of vacation. Going somewhere where it's hustle and bustle and busy is not my version of a vacation.
Yeah, exactly.
I want to see green. I want to see water.
Yeah.
I want to see, I want to have quiet. So that is what I consider vacationing or getting away. I don't like the crowds. Like the Essence Festival sounds like a lot of work. Like some people get away and it's like, we're going to the Essence Festival. It's like, oh my God, what are you going to do after you get finished to rest up from what you did for those days that you were with 2 million other people?
Yeah.
You know, so I love that you're doing that for yourself. So one of the things that we do here at the Broken Entrepreneur Podcast is we always ask our guests about a challenge that they faced and how they overcame that challenge. So can you give us an example of a challenge that you had and tell us how you got over that challenge?
Well, me and you've talked about this in the past, but the Fairfield Mall, that was a big challenge for me. So I found myself giving away food just to keep up. But you know, when you got employees, you got food costs, you got employee costs, you got sales tax, you got employee tax from payroll. So, you know, all that money going out and none coming in. So I had more money going out than I had coming in because I had to price my food so cheap just to make any sales.
Right.
Okay, so it got to the point where I think I was there a year. I sunk like $70,000 of my own money into the business trying to keep it open because I wanted to keep the relationship open with the mall. But it got to a point where, you know, I'm telling them like this, I can't do it no more. You tapping me out. And I left.
Yeah.
And so, you know, with that situation, it was kind of weighing over my head. But man, I just prayed about it and kept moving forward because, you know, you keep thinking about something in hindsight, it's gonna start drawing you backwards instead of you moving forward.
Moving forward. Yes.
So, you know, I'm not an emotional person. I'm more logic, and logic told me, forget them and move forward.
Okay.
So that was an obstacle that I overcame.
Okay. And then you doing that propelled you into the food hall as well. So you left that space and then opened up another door. So it was lateral. Yeah. Yeah. Yep. And you've had a lot of success at the food hall. Yeah. Yeah. So that's an awesome thing. Yeah. So is there anything else that you'd like to share with any of our viewers? Someone who is a new entrepreneur, someone who has aspirations or dreams, what would you tell them to do?
Don't try to cheat the system. You cannot cheat the process. You got to go through what you got to go through. Don't listen to nobody telling you you can become an overnight success. That's fake. It ain't gonna never happen. Because if you cut corners, that's what's gonna happen. Your business gonna show that you cutting corners.
Wow.
And I mean, that's the reality of it. That's just the reality of it.
Wow. And you're right. And the advice that you just shared is a sentiment that other entrepreneurs who sat at this table have also shared. You have to put the work in.
You got to put the work in.
The work must happen.
Yeah. People see the end result. They don't see all the work you did before people even heard your name. Right. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of people look at you and be like, oh man, I'm about to go out here and sell tacos. It ain't about selling tacos. It's the back end. Like it's consistency. Yes. It's hard work and dedication. You got to know how to manage people because if you don't get along with your employees, they're going to leave you and you can't run a business by yourself.
You can't.
You just can't. Like it's so much that goes into a business that I didn't even realize. And you gotta be up and up with Uncle Sam too, because they want their money.
Oh, absolutely.
So if you're not good at managing money,
and you're going to give it to them.
Oh, you're going to give it to them one way or another, either with your time or with your money. Yes. You give it. They getting their money one way or another.
Every penny of it. Yeah. They get those coins. They are the best debt collector on the planet. Yeah. Yeah. Oh my goodness, y'all. I cannot believe that we are closing the door on our second season. So, Chan, we started our podcast earlier this year, and we were successful with our first season. And this second season has been so phenomenal. So phenomenal. We have had so many powerhouse people on this podcast that I am just amazed. And I, again, thank you for being here.
I thank you for having me.
Oh, absolutely. Because I don't take for granted what the time of an entrepreneur, and you taking time away, being here means your time away from your business. And I know you're a busy man. So thank you again.
Thank you.
So y'all, if you haven't subscribed yet, please make sure you subscribe to the Broken Entrepreneur Podcast and share, and don't forget to leave your comments. Visit Taco Street down at West Social. Did I say that right?
West Social Tap and Table.
Because I'm not going to tell you what I always say. I always say 2 West Social. West Social. Make sure you're visiting Taco Street. And of course, you don't want to forget your favorite coffee house. Your favorite coffee house on the sweetest corner of downtown Dayton. We are here at 146 East 3rd Street. And guys, no matter what anyone says, your solution is out there. And we hope that we've shared something today that will help you in your journey. But until next time, stay perky, keep brewing up good vibes, and stay tuned right here with us. Peace.